Welcome to Creative Writing, choosing a setting for your story. In this video, we will go over what is a setting and creating interesting characters. So grab your tree map and let's get started. Before you choose a setting for your story, let's quickly review what is a setting of a story. The setting of a story is the time and place, or where and when the story is taking place. Let's take a closer look at this. The setting is a literary element that is used in novels, short stories, plays, films, TV shows. They all usually introduce their setting at the very beginning along with the characters. So in the beginning of the story, it is important to tell your reader where and when does your story take place. Here is an example of my story and where it takes place. So the time is the future. It is the springtime in the future. The place is Bright Beginnings Academy, which is a school located in Long Island, New York. So this is what my reader is going to find out in the beginning of my story, that the story is taking place in the future and that it is in a school building. Sometimes your story can have multiple places, like it could be at your home, at a school, at a park, so you decide. You can choose as many settings as you would like. However, you want to be consistent with the time. If you are skipping from the future to the past, you want to make sure to let your reader know by writing that 10 years ago or 20 years into the future. This is a way that you can let them know that time is either moving forward or moving backwards. So let's try figuring out the setting in Cinderella together. When and where does Cinderella take place? If you need to, you can pause the video. So the setting in Cinderella, when and where. So when Cinderella takes place, it's a long time ago in the past. Where Cinderella takes place is in her kingdom or in a kingdom far away, in her house, in her bedroom, or even in her kitchen. So there are like multiple places where Cinderella goes in the story. But for the most part, the time stays the same. We know that it is long ago in the past. So you're going to grab your tree map, and underneath the branch that says setting, you're going to write down where and when your story takes place. For example, my story is taking place in Bright Beginnings Academy, which is located in Bridgehampton, New York. Part of my story is going to be in New York City. The season is going to be spring. It might also be the summer. I'm not sure yet, but these are things you don't have to be 100% on yet, but it's a good thing to have an idea where you would like to go. And I also wrote that the story takes place in the future. Once you're finished with that, you're also going to want to write down the characters in your story. I gave my characters last names, but you don't have to do that. You can just do first names if you want. Write down all the characters you are going to have in your story. Try to be as thorough as possible. If you leave a few of them out, you can add it later on. That's okay. I will also be doing another video together where we are going to be getting to know our characters and making them interesting. To start off in this video, you will just need to write down all the names of your characters. If they have specific roles or jobs, you might want to write that next to your character. For example, I have Kimberly. She's going to be a robot. I have an FBI agent, but he doesn't even have a name. He's just an agent. I guess in the story, he never got a name. No one ever knew his name, and that's okay. So to sum it up, in this video, you will need to write down your setting and your characters. And I will see you in the next video where we create our characters and make them more interesting. Good luck! Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for my next video on creating interesting characters. Happy writing!